Hi everyone. Right, seeing as everybody seems to be enjoying the macrame bead dolls so much, I've got another one for you, and it's inspired by one of my subscribers, MissmeART, all one word, spelt like that. Dorte left a message for me, a comment for me when I posted my macrame bead video, saying that she was working on a bead doll herself, and so that was it, the one that you've just seen. So I'm going to show you how to make one. I've got two pieces of wire here that are 24 inches bent in half. So that is 12 inches. So 12 inches times 2, 24 inches. And I've got my beads in order of how I am going to use them. First of all, I'm going to do her boots, or her shoes. So I've got a small black bead here that I'm taking all the way to the bottom, just over one strand of the wire. And then I'm going to give it a twist. And then I'm going to thread 5 of these glass pony beads on. I'm using these because they've got a big enough hole to go through 4 strands of the wire for the body. I'll show you in a minute what I mean. So you're going to need wire that's thin enough to go through 4 strands. So that's the first one, and then I'm going to do exactly the same with the next piece of wire. So first threading on the shoe. There we go, and taking that all the way to the bottom and then giving it a twist, and then threading on 4 of these glass pony beads. 5, sorry, what am I talking about? 5 of these glass pony beads. 2, 3, 4, 5. You can use any bead you like. Dorte uses pearls, I think, for hers. So then I've got her 2 legs. So then what I want to do, right, yeah, let me just remind myself, I've got mine here so that I can remember how I did it. And then I've got 6 buttons in size order, so the largest one going right down to the smallest. So I'm starting off with my largest button first, and I'm taking the 2 strands through. This is a 4 hole button, so I'm going through 2 of them and taking it all the way down to the bottom. And I'm just going to repeat this until I've used up all of my buttons. So 2 wires through each side of the button. This is the fiddliest part, but it's not too bad. But I just thought that, you know, again, these would make lovely stocking fillers. You could maybe do a Halloween themed one. I might have a go at that actually. There we go. It doesn't matter, as I say, whether you've got a 2 hole or a full 4 hole button. Either will work. Right, there we go. So that's how she looks now. Oh, hang on, I'm missing one. So just pull everything tight. So next I need to work on her arms, and I'm going to separate these in the middle. So I've got the 2 strands poking up, and then 1 to the left, 1 to the right. And I'm going to repeat the same process with the pony beads. I'm going to, whoops a daisy, I've missed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there we go. And then I've got a slightly smaller bead here for her hand. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my wire over the top of the small bead and through the 5 pony beads. And then I'm going to grab my pliers, because what I want to do, let me just try and show you this. I'm bringing my wire through, and I'm going to grab my pliers, and I'm going to take hold of the end of that small bead, and I'm just going to pull this wire through so that it's nice and tight. Not too tight, because I need another bead to go in the middle, so I've got to have room for that to slot in. And then I'm going to do the same with the other side. So 5 more pony beads. In fact, I'm going to have to swap that over because I can't do it with my right hand. I can only do it with my left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the smaller bead on the end. There we go. Let's bring that over again. And so wire over the top of the small hand bead and through the 5 glass beads. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my pliers again. So taking my pliers to hold that tight, whoops, like that, and bringing the wire through. There we go. And then I'm going to straighten up all of those pieces of wire now, like this, and then I'm going to trim the 2 longer pieces at the top so that they're the same size as the shorter ones. It just makes it easier for me to thread the next lot of beads and buttons through. So then I'm going to take another one of the glass pony beads and I'm going to put it through all 4 of the pieces of wire and pull it down as tight as I can, sort of on her arms, like that. So that forms her body. There we are, like that. Then on goes her head, and I've got a pink bead here, pink glass bead for her head. You just need to sort of go through your bead stash and just try and find beads that are in proportion. Here you could use smaller beads, you could use slightly bigger beads, as long as it's in proportion. You might need to adjust your buttons accordingly. Right, okay, and so now I'm going to separate my wires again because we need to add some more buttons for her hat. So 2 on each side again. And I've got a button with a slight dome on it so that it fits snug to her head so that there isn't a gap. Okay, so that's the first one. Then I've got a slightly smaller bead in a contrasting colour. You can use any colours you like for this, use your imagination. And then another pony bead on the top. Come on, you go. Oh dear. Right, there we go. I've got more. There we are. And then where have I put it? My pencil. So that's how it's looking. I've got a pencil here. You could use round nose pliers if you wanted to. And I'm going to hold my pencil like that. And I'm going to wrap my wire around twice. And then I'm going to take it round a couple of times and form a wrap. Slide my pencil off. Do I want it round one more time? Let's have a look. And then I'm just going to trim my wire. So that's going to be my front. So I want my wire around the back. So I'm just going to trim, let's move that out of the way, trim my wire off. There we go. And tighten it up and bend it in so that there's no sharp bits poking out with my pliers. There we go. I shall fiddle around with this a bit more sort of off camera when I can get close up and see what I'm doing. And there she is. There's my bead doll. And so then I'm just going to grab a keychain, take it through, and there she is. So there we go. There's my 2 finished bead dolls. So go and check Dorte out at MissmeART, all one word. Let her know that that you've come from me, and I hope you give this a go as well. Look forward to seeing what you all make. Anyway, give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Have a great weekend, everyone. See you all again soon.